Imagine clicking on a headline that says, "Try not to gasp, Salma Hayek goes topless." Your pulse would skip a beat as you said, "Take a look." You know you're going to see something bold that others are talking about, so you can't help but wonder what really happened. Is there more going on, or is it just one risky picture? Stay with me to the very end of this movie because once you hear the entire story, you won't be able to look at those topless headlines the same way. Salma Hayek is more than simply a famous character from a film poster. She is a woman who left her home, overcame rejection, and persisted to work in one of the most difficult industries in the world. Because of her talent, sense of humor, and passion for every role, people admire her. But a lot of people just notice her physique when someone says, "goes topless" next to her name, forgetting everything else. She appears to be on trial for exposing a little more skin as arguments break out and comment sections explode. These days, skin is frequently shown on social media. Low necklines, tight clothes, and beach photos of celebrities and regular people are all too ubiquitous. However, whether Salma appears in a movie while topless or during a dangerous photo shoot, the response could still turn into a frenzy. It is described by some as too much, by others as too bold even for adults, and by still others as she shouldn't do that at her age. Think about that. She is evaluated not only for what she is wearing but also for her age and her boldness in continuing to be visible and confident. The painstaking process that goes into creating eye-catching images is unknown to most people. What will and won't be displayed is decided after consulting directors and stylists. Among the concerns are meaning, respect, and how her message or character will be perceived. Salma has discussed how pressure to do things she didn't want to do in the past taught her to say no. As a result, watching a topless scenario now might not even be shocking. It may suggest that she is in control this time, that she selected and owns the event. The worst reviewers often pass off their critique as sincere concern. These people claim to care about morals or family values, but they are also the ones who frequently share the picture, replay the video, and tell everyone, "You have to see this." The media is well aware of this. They pick the most striking frame, puts "take a look" in big letters, then silently count the views while acting frightened. Outrage becomes a business, and every gasp and angry comment keeps her name in the public eye for a bit longer. Thus, remember that there is a real person behind headlines such as "Salma Hayek goes topless, try not to gasp." A diligent, bold, rule-breaking woman who nevertheless retains her dignity. Her statements and choices are what truly give her power, even though the camera is focused on her appearance. I appreciate that you stayed to the very end since it shows that you are more interested in the story than the picture. Tell me in the comments what you really believe. Is the anger real, or are people only addicted to drama and shock? Remember to subscribe, like, and share this video with anyone who needs a new perspective on these stories so you won't miss the next in-depth analysis of the reality behind the most talked about pictures and situations.